Shakespeare was now emerging from his dark period of tragedy, and his last, Antony and Cleopatra, is really a sequel to his first, Julius Caesar.
In Antony and Cleopatra, Shakespeare closely follows Plutarch's description of the doomed lovers. Antony, who gives up the world for sensual pleasure, and his love, Cleopatra, a lass unparalleled, Shakespeare's supreme female creation. The action spans the world, the stage on which the famous pair play out their fate. The play opens with the Roman world divided between three men, the triumvirate of Antony, Octavius, and the ineffectual Lepidus, with Antony dallying in Egypt, whilst Octavius Caesar fumes in Rome, having to face the threat of the young Pompey. Antony, the great soldier, at length returns, and a new alliance is forged between him and Octavius, sealed by Antony's marriage to Octavia, Caesar's holy, chaste sister. However, once Pompey is pacified, Antony yearns for the soft beds of the East again.
The second half of the play deals with a war between Antony and Octavius, in which Antony, distracted by Cleopatra, inevitably loses. After his final defeat, and the death, as he thinks, of Cleopatra, he tries to kill himself on his sword, but manages to bungle that as well. In his agony, he learns that she's not dead, and has locked herself in her monument. There he is carried, to lay the last of many thousand kisses upon her lips. He dies where he's lived, enfolded in her arms.
Throughout the play, Antony is in decline. We can only sense his greatness in the speeches of others. As Cleopatra says after his death,
"His face was as the heavens, and therein stuck a sun and moon, which kept their course and lighted the little the earth. His legs bestrid the ocean. His reared arm crested the world. His voice was propertied as all the tuned spheres, and that to friends. But when he meant to quail and shake the orb, he was as rattling thunder. For his bounty there was no winter in't, and autumn 'twas that grew the more by reaping. His delights were dolphin-like. They showed his back above the element they lived in. In his livery